Good morning, class. Today's our topic is Coulomb's law. Let us see what is the statement of this Coulomb's law. So the statement is force of attraction or repulsion between two static charges is directly proportional to the product of their charges and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Right? So first you can see from the statement the Coulomb's law only applicable when the charges are static. Right now, if the charges are not static, then this law will be not applicable. So here we are assuming two charges q1 and q2 both are static and separated by the distance r, right? And the magnitude of the force of attraction or repulsion is directly proportional to the product of the charges. So here we can write the statement 1, and the second statement is it is the inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, which is the second number statement. Now when we combine both the statements, we will get the f is directly proportional to q1 q2 upon r square. Now whenever we are eliminating the proportionality sign, we have to use some constant. This time we are using the constant k. So f is equal to k q1 q2 upon r square. Now the value of the k is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, and this value of this constant is coming from the experimental outcome, which is 9 into 10 power 9 Newton meter square upon Coulomb square. If you see here, the unit of this k is coming from the cross multiplication of this statement. The statement of f is equal to k q1 q2 upon r square. If you see, if you just find the value of the k will be simple f into r square divided by q1 into q2, right? Q1 into q2. So in that case, if you put the value unit of these terms, f will be expressed in the Newton, r will be expressed in the meter. So you will get Newton meter square and divided by the charges q1 q2, which is expressed in the Coulomb. So Coulomb into Coulomb, that become Coulomb square. So you will get the unit of this k is Newton meter square upon Coulomb square. Now you will see here there is a new term is coming here, which is epsilon naught, which is called the permittivity of the free space. What is the physical significance of this permittivity of the free space? If you see here, these q1 q2 is kept in a medium, then this force of attraction or repulsion is changing. So that means the force of attraction or repulsion directly related to the medium. So here the medium dependency is expressed or signifies by this term epsilon naught. If the q1 q2 kept in a medium, then this epsilon naught permittivity of the free space is changed by the relative permittivity, which is expressed by E, and that can be given by the epsilon naught into K, where the K is called the dielectric constant, right now. And this dielectric constant we'll further discuss in the chapter capacitor and the dielectrics, where the great role of this dielectric medium in the capacitor chapter. So here only this epsilon naught is basically relate the medium. If the mediums are available in between the charges, then there is a effect of the medium is there, and that will change the magnitude of the Coulomb's law. So here the F, basically you will get the Coulombian force Fe is equal to k q1 q2 upon r square, right now. So this is your Coulomb's law. In the next lecture we will discuss the some numericals on the basis of this Coulomb's law. Thank you.